The following is a presentation of the International Centre for Trade Transparency Limited, a UK-registered company and commercial subsidiary of the International Trade Council. Please note that this presentation is strictly confidential and contains proprietary information. The data and insights provided in this presentation reflect good faith efforts to ensure accuracy. However, we cannot guarantee the veracity or completeness of every detail. Projections and forecasts included herein are forward-looking statements and carry no guarantees, and are subject to external and internal changes, which may cause substantial variations in actual outcomes. This is not a solicitation to invest. Any prospective investor must be approved by the Board of Directors and be either a self-certified high net worth or sophisticated investor as defined by the UK Financial Conduct Authority under the Financial Services and Markets Act of 2000, FSMA. Our aim is to develop the premier global trade software platform, crafted to enhance transparency, optimize operations, and reduce trade-related risks. By integrating data from a multitude of both public and private sources, we leverage machine learning to standardize data and highlight inconsistencies. Furthermore, our artificial intelligence capabilities allow us to identify connections between datasets, granting a complete view of the international trade ecosystem. This encompasses everything from tracking goods movement and market pricing to details about buyers, sellers, and competitors. Our platform also alerts users to risks related to international trade and delves deep into supply chains to identify any risks from primary to tertiary parties, all presented on a single, user-friendly platform. Let's take a moment to understand the core drivers that are reshaping the business landscape. Firstly, we have challenges with market access. The velocity and intricacy of global supply chains are on the rise, with the challenges of locating potential buyers and customers, customer vetting, and sustaining a competitive edge growing more intricate. For businesses, the directive is evident. It's not just about adapting, but about leveraging real-time supply chain data. This involves tapping into near real-time data to identify current buyers, study competitors, understand trade regulations, tariffs, and taxes for each market, predict future prices, assess risks, and stay competitive, whether they are industry novices or veterans. Next, we have legislative requirements and issues of supply chain transparency, sanctions, anti-dumping, KYC, and anti-money laundering, impacting over 330 million companies globally, with more regulations on the horizon. A multitude of laws exist in international trade, yet the bulk of businesses lack feasible methods with which to comply with them. In regard to supply chain transparency regulations, there isn't a solitary mapping solution that fully reveals the concealed connections between suppliers and their source products. Existing solutions predominantly depend on a combination of self-declarations, negative media monitoring, and audits, each one susceptible to human interference and error. Such methods are not only costly to establish, but also expensive to oversee. For small to medium enterprises, especially those involved in intricate supply chains, there's essentially no viable solution available. Lastly, we cannot ignore the gravity of counterfeit and fraud in international trade. As per the OECD's 2022 analysis, the economic impact of counterfeit is nearly $1 trillion annually. But there's more beneath the surface. Over 1/10 of trade documents harbor errors, from misrepresented origins of goods to discrepancy in product details. To sum it up, these drivers emphasize the urgency for a solution that is both dynamic and robust to address these challenges. As we transition into an era marked by global interconnectivity, the importance of the ICTTM becomes ever clearer. First, let's consider the heightened competition in the global marketplace. Finding the right market, the right buyer, and the right price, while being able to understand and mitigate your risks of market entry, is challenging for any business, particularly small to medium-sized companies. Businesses need to know who buys what, where, for how much, how often, what are the terms of trade, and who their competitors are. They also need to understand the rules and regulations for each product looking to enter a prospective market and how different laws affect their cost of sales versus those of their competitors. Then there's the matter of supply chain transparency laws. It's no longer optional, it's a mandate. Organizations are required to map their supply chains to comply with the myriad of laws pertaining to sanctions, conflict minerals, sustainable sourcing, as well as human and labor rights. The risks associated with supply chain disruptions have also heightened. Natural disasters, geopolitical tensions, and port disruptions, as well as overloads, can have ripple effects across the global economy. This leads us to the threats of diversions, fraud, and counterfeit within supply chains. In a global marketplace, ensuring the authenticity and quality of goods is paramount. Today's consumers are informed and empowered, and the rise in consumer awareness means that people aren't just looking for products, they're searching for safe, certified, ethically sourced, traceable, sustainable, and high-quality items. Their choices are driven by information and ethics. Which brings us to product safety and quality assurance. Ensuring that goods are safe, genuine, and of high caliber isn't just good business, it's a legal responsibility of each and every company involved in the supply chain. And lastly, the world is undergoing a digital transformation. Digitalization and technological advances are revolutionizing how supply chains operate, offering unprecedented opportunities for efficiency, but also posing challenges for those not equipped with the right tools. In essence, the evolving landscape underscores the critical need for solutions like the ICTTM, designed to navigate the complexities of modern global trade. We are aiming to build a turnkey solution tailored for the modern business landscape and suitable for organizations of all sizes. Currently under development, our solution uses a combination of machine learning and artificial intelligence to provide full visibility of the global market for virtually any product on both the sales and procurement sides. Users will be able to delve into historical and current market trends, identify key prospects for their sales or procurement needs, understand the rules and regulations related to their specific product, and analyze risks associated with trading. Picture this: direct connections to not just any leads, but the right ones, streamlining your ability to close pivotal deals, and while we help you identify these key players, we also ensure that every contact mapped adheres to the strictest of GDPR guidelines. But it's not just about the connections, it's about strategy. We provide tools to craft competitive advantage profiles and at the same time evaluate risks. Imagine having a window to global market demand and real-time pricing for any product at your fingertips. Our system leverages AI, delving deeper into potential collaborations, allowing you to weigh partners by volume, risk, and more using state-of-the-art KYC tools. And to seal the deal, insights into trade terms, historical transactions, and demand profiles set you several steps ahead in your decision-making process. As part of our subset of our larger product offering, we are also in the process of developing the world's most comprehensive AML and KYC system. Ensuring the highest accuracy and comprehensiveness, our system draws from a myriad of trusted data sources, including, but not limited to, official government registries from 316 legal jurisdictions, international and country-specific sanctions lists, lists of current and former politicians, ambassadors, diplomatic representatives, and high-level government officials, international lists of terrorists and other types of banned persons and organizations, economic sanctions lists, Interpol red and yellow notices, terrorism financing lists, and more. Our comprehensive AML KYC tool will be used as a subset of data for our larger product, Atom FTD. The overall product will take in this information alongside customs data, bills of lading, shipping data, tariffs and taxes, product certification requirements, and other important statistical information, thereby providing a complete viewpoint covering trade, rules, regulations, contacts, risk analysis, and more. Our product is designed to not only locate potential buyers and suppliers, but most importantly, it will highlight how various rules, tariffs, and taxes will affect the landed cost of the final product. Let's break it down into simpler terms. It's not just about knowing where to buy or sell things. It's also crucial to know the required certifications, rules, costs, and fees you'll face when you do. For every different market or place you sell, there are specific rules for your product. After adding up all of the fees, taxes, and certifications, do you still have a better deal than others? And are there any free trade agreements that you might benefit from? Our software is being designed to help businesses see where and when their products are wanted, whether it's in different countries or regions, during certain times of the year, or by specific customers. Users can check how many buyers there are in an area and dig deeper into the details. For instance, if market demand is growing, is it because there is a consolidation of buyers, which could mean more risks? Or is there only one supplier of a certain product in a region or during certain seasons? And how many people are buying or selling in that area? Our software lets you see who your competitors are, who they're selling to, their prices, terms of trade, historical trade patterns, and their supply chains. You'll get a clear picture of how you compare and where you can do things differently or better. Using our tool, you'll know how to make smarter decisions in the market and even guess your competitors' next steps. In short, our software helps you fully understand your competition using real data, spot market opportunities, and see where you have an edge over others. Our platform is being designed to predict future demand and prices, how much buyers will want something, and what risks there might be in different world markets. To do this, we plan on using a combination of artificial intelligence and machine learning to analyze past and present market details, information on forthcoming regulatory changes, market news, technology advancements, port and shipping capacities, information on geopolitical and environmental challenges, and changes in how people buy or use things. You can even ask what-if questions with our tool. For example, what would happen if a certain product is in short supply due to problems with access, natural shortages, or market consolidation? How would that change your sales or production lines? We are building a universal tool to help international traders make smart choices about stock, production, sales, and supply chains, helping them to reduce risk and costs associated with doing business. Simply put, we help you get ready for and make the most of any changes coming your way. Our software is being designed to assist companies in effectively tracing and mapping their supply chains as mandated by regulations. Rather than relying solely on self-declarations and negative media monitoring, we are building a system which utilizes genuine data to reveal obscured connections and authenticate the chain right down to raw materials. Such information is crucial to validate to ensure adherence to laws related to supply chains, sanctions, transparency, human rights, and more, and to recognize vulnerabilities and dependencies in supply chains. Visual representations also help clarify interdependencies, identify areas of concern, reduce risks, and improve overall efficiency. Solely relying on self-declarations and audits, which can be susceptible to inaccuracies or may be too expensive for smaller businesses, doesn't offer a comprehensive picture. Our planned features include a risk analysis component, tailored specifically for business professionals and international trade. This component will assess partner and supplier risks across various areas such as legal, financial, geopolitical, reputational, regulatory, labor and human rights, sanctions, payment, and environment. Key features the software will include are analyzing and comparing risks associated with different buyers or suppliers, providing in-depth evaluations of risks related to specific companies or regions, taking into account geopolitics, environmental factors, regulations, foreign exchange, payment history, and terms of trade, predicting future demand models, mapping connections between interrelated companies, and categorizing the risks associated with each of the above. The tools we are developing cater to a diverse range of industry sectors. At the core, they're designed for companies eager to grasp market demand, pricing, risks, and to connect with the appropriate contacts within relevant organizations. This primary audience includes manufacturers, exporters, and those in supply chain management, as well as importers and other related entities. Logistics, transportation, and related firms need our tools to identify potential clients based on location, industry type, and to anticipate and reduce future risks tied to regulatory changes, shipping routes, port capacities, clientele, and partners. Furthermore, various professionals in international trade, such as those in trade finance, insurance, legal services, accounting, banking, and similar organizations, will all benefit from accessing this data. Another group that can benefit from the platform we are building is the government. The type of data and insights that are looking to be provided will be instrumental in catalyzing economic growth, thwarting fraudulent activities, mitigating unforeseen economic disturbances, understanding and planning for workforce variations, diminishing risks associated with geopolitical challenges, and providing an invaluable resource upon which to base legislation and trade agreements. Given this rich tapestry of information, our platform is poised to emerge as an indispensable asset in the realm of economic diplomacy and trade facilitation. Our board is graced by individuals of unparalleled experience and gravitas. The chairman of the board of the International Center for Trade Transparency and Monitoring is the Honorable David Wells, a Canadian senator with decades of experience in international business development and corporate governance. Joining him is Lord John Desmond Waverley, an esteemed member of the UK House of Lords, where he has a joint role as co-chair of both the Trade and Investment All-Party Parliamentary Group and of the future UK Freight and Logistics All-Party Parliamentary Group. We are also honored to have with us His Excellency Ambassador Sven Jørgensen, a diplomat whose achievements include being the head of the UN Security Council and former president of the Executive Board of UNICEF. Completing our board's roster, we have the Honourable Ian Evans, the former head of the South Australian Division of the Liberal Party, former Minister of Industry and Trade for South Australia, and a chairperson of multiple organizations in the seafood and agricultural sectors in Australia. His comprehensive experience in public service speaks volumes about his skills and dedication in international trade. And on the technology front, we have the Honourable Charles Mock. Charles is currently a trustee of the Internet Society, a visiting scholar at Stanford University's Global Digital Policy Incubator, and a founder at Tech for Good Asia. His past leadership roles include being the president of the Hong Kong Information Technology Federation to the Hong Kong Internet Service Providers Association and former member of the Legislative Council of Hong Kong. Our advisory board is composed of several experts, each contributing their distinct skills to enhance the company's capabilities in fulfilling its mission. The members of this board are Ranjani Rangan, an anti-money laundering and KYC expert. Ranjani is currently the executive director of Changi Travel Exchange, a director at Olimea Advisory, and a board member of the International Trade Council. Our advisory board also holds 2 doctors of economics, Dr. Abdullah Nasiruddin and Dr. Olga Trofimova. Dr. Nasruddin is an assistant dean at the Faculty of Business Administration in the Beirut Arab University, a guest lecturer at George Washington University and the American University of Beirut, as well as the current economic attaché at the Embassy of Lebanon in Washington, D.C. Dr. Trofimova is the director of the Ukrainian Automotive Cluster, director of EIT Manufacturing, and the Ukraine Association of Management Consultants, as well as the co-founder of the Ukrainian Clusters Alliance. Finally, we have Bershu Setinkaya, a media expert whose career spans Bloomberg HT, Canal 24, Argo TV, Echo Turk News, and other international media outlets. Our shareholder base truly spans the globe, with representation from 19 diverse countries. From Australia to the United States, our stakeholders hail from every corner of the world, showcasing our global reach and commitment. Our shareholders aren't just diverse in geography. They also bring to the table a rich tapestry of expertise across various industries. From technology to venture capital and logistics to manufacturing, our collective strength lies in the diversity of not just our team, but all of our stakeholders and shareholders. There are various players across the industry verticals of customs data, supply chain mapping, supply chain risk analysis, credit bureaus, trade compliance, business intelligence solutions, and similar. Each player typically specializes in a single segment without integrating insights from others. Some, like Altana AI, have secured substantial investments, notably a recent $100 million Series B funding. Many of these solutions rely heavily on trust, and they often lack the underlying data to substantiate their findings. Our approach is distinct. We merge real-world trade data along with hundreds of different types of data sets, addressing an array of needs of those involved in international trade. Our advanced systems, coupled with AI and machine learning, allow us to detect anomalies and assess risks across extensive data sets and predict the future of trade, all in a zero-trust model, ensuring that every piece of data is traceable to its origin. While we are a startup, we are definitely not starting from scratch. We have in our network, thanks to the International Trade Council, direct access to over 418 chambers of commerce globally, a network of more than 28,000 corporations, ties with 78 government export promotion and investment agencies, and a vast reach of 2.4 million newsletter subscribers. All these relationships are pre-existing and leverageable, laying a solid foundation for the ICTTM as a commercial venture. Thanks to our organization's history and pedigree, we're already far ahead in the game. Our aim is not only to develop the world's best platform to de-risk global supply chains, but also to contribute to the global business ecosystem as a thought leader who sits at the forefront of global economic issues. To that end, the ICTTM has published 2 seminal books in the field of trade, which have both been endorsed and prefaced by a range of distinguished individuals. These endorsements speak volumes about the credibility and value of the knowledge that we share and the integrity of our organization. We are also currently in the process of forging co-publishing agreements with over 39 logistics firms and industry associations, the purpose of which is to strengthen our partnerships and position ourselves as a thought leader, broaden our reach using unconventional marketing avenues, drive lead generation and bolster long-term marketing strategies, capture media attention, increase website traffic, and foster customer engagement, and amplify our presence through speaking engagements and a multi-channel approach. In essence, these agreements are our gateway to deepening industry impact and expanding our influence. We've been on a roll lately and are very proud of these pivotal moments in these early days of operations. We've embarked on a promising venture with Invest Moldova, initiating a pilot project to uplift investments in the region. Further strengthening our global ties, we recently sealed a monumental agreement with the Macedonian Chambers of Commerce on the 3rd of August 2023. The upcoming Go Global Awards are seeing phenomenal interest, with 34 prominent trade and investment agencies already confirmed. Our collaboration with ADR Nord-Est is a leap forward in the realm of foreign trade data analytics. Together, we are in strategic dialogues for the development of the Atom FTD platform. The bond with the Ukrainian Clusters Alliance, signified by our recent MOU, underlines our commitment to enhancing trade transparency. And we're honored to have Dragon Gate Investment Partners on board as a founding shareholder, bolstering our journey. And finally, our strategic discussions with IDEA for the Atom FTD platform underscore our mission of employing advanced analytics in reshaping trade. And that's not even all of what we've been up to over the past several months. We've charted a clear path to market. We kick off with a freemium model, targeting business users and especially our existing ITC members. Here, we'll give access to core functionalities with options to customize reports as needed. We then transition to subscription models, converting those free users to premium and offering value-added features and incentives for committing longer. Our third step involves deep data integration. By understanding the customer journey and their queries, we aim to refine and enhance our offerings continuously. With the data in place, we'll introduce AI and forecasting tools, amalgamating diverse data like weather and foreign exchange rates to predict and navigate trade trends. And lastly, we'll launch our APIs, allowing secondary markets such as governmental bodies and finance institutions to harness our robust data infrastructure. The figures in this pitch deck are illustrative only and subject to change. This business plan, inclusive of forward-looking statements, is presented for informational purposes and is based on current industry expectations, estimates, and certain assumptions made by us. These statements may involve risks and uncertainties that could cause actual results to differ materially. We neither assume responsibility for the completeness nor the accuracy of these statements and disclaim any obligation to update them. Information herein might also be based on industry publications, surveys, and forecasts, and we caution against placing undue weight on such estimates. Potential investors are advised not to rely solely on forward-looking statements and to consider inherent risks, industry developments, and potential strategy shifts. As we navigate our market path, we've outlined anticipated user growth over the next 5 years. Year 1 sets the foundation, with our freemium model establishing initial traction. By year 2, as we transition to the subscription model, we expect a surge in commitment from users seeking our premium features. In years 3 and 4, with our ongoing data integration efforts, we forecast even deeper user engagement, leading to more signups, reflecting the unique value proposition we offer. By year 5, with our anticipated API access in full swing, we expect to solidify our position in the market, reflected in our user base projections. Our revenue projections reflect our ambitious yet achievable growth strategy. Starting from year 1, where we are laying the foundation and investing heavily in infrastructure and user acquisition, we project 0 revenues. However, as we develop and grow the platform, capitalizing on our unique offerings, we anticipate that by year 5, we will be exceeding $285 million in revenue annually. This trajectory not only underscores our business potential, but also our commitment to delivering unparalleled value to our users. As we look forward to our financial roadmap, I'd like to present our projections with an emphasis on dividends. Our strategic vision involves reinvesting in the company in the initial years, primarily for growth and expansion. Hence, we anticipate initiating dividend payouts no earlier than year 3 and possibly deferring to year 5. By year 3, our cumulative dividend projection stands at $287, which escalates to $1,071 by year 4 and further to $3,701 by year 5. It is paramount for all stakeholders to understand that these numbers are projections based on current assessments and future market conditions. Financial forecasts are inherently uncertain and actual results may vary. While we strive to be as accurate as possible, it's essential to approach these numbers as informed estimates rather than guaranteed outcomes. Thank you for dedicating your time to this presentation. We've delved deep into our company's vision, strategies, and forecasts, aiming to provide a comprehensive understanding of where we stand and where we're headed. At the heart of this venture, we hold a profound belief in its belief and the transformative change it can bring to the industry. As always, clarity and transparency are paramount to us, and we are here to address any questions or concerns that you might have. Should you wish for a detailed discussion, or if you find yourself with questions later on, please get in touch with us, either via email or by booking a time to speak with us directly on screen. On behalf of the entire team, thank you for your attention and interest. We look forward to sharing more about ICTTM with you in the days and weeks ahead.